Jaques and Michela, Cava. Raise your hand if you have any questions. You should come right off the mic and just share your name and outlook for your question. Who would like to get started?
Chelsea is in from Brussels Games. This is open to anybody. I know all the way back to training camp there was a lot of talk that the identity of this team would be the physicality and the grit that you would all bring. It seems like Montreal definitely matched that tonight. How did it feel to go head to head with them with their level of physicality?
Who wants it?
Montreal is pretty hard-working team, I would say, and yeah, I think actually we didn't play a bad game today, and we had some good stuff over there. So like, I don't think we didn't match it really, but we can definitely be better in certain moments.
Maya Smith from Ice Garden. Tereza, I feel like you've had a great start to the season here, but it seems like you kind of kicked it up a notch tonight, or I guess this afternoon. Is it about playing the Victoire that kind of like gets you into that level, or is it just that you feel like you're finding your feet here?
Yeah, for sure. It gets me going to play against someone who traded me. No, I mean, every game is different, and yeah, as I said, like, I thought we had a decent game. Like, it didn't obviously was the ending we wanted, but it's just hockey, you know.
Sorry, another question to Tereza. Near the end of the game, it seemed like in the last half you were being a lot more creative and doing some more things towards the net that you were just going ahead making some more plays. Were those sort of plays, are those sort of the type of plays that you want to make more often throughout the game, or are they sort of the type of thing where you were just trying to get a goal every play?
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of telling myself, like, I need to go more to the nets tonight, and I was trying, and obviously didn't go in, but there were for sure a few chances I could capitalize on, so, well, maybe next game.
Carol Schramm from the Hockey News. Sophie, that was a bomb on your goal. Can you walk us through the play and how you got all of that puck?
Yeah, I mean, T passed me the puck, and honestly, I don't know what I was doing, that I wasn't really receiving it quite well, so I used my backhand, but it ended up setting nicely, so I just stepped into it and took a slap shot that happened to go in the net.
Michela from Hockey News. Of course, you know, the first couple of games didn't exactly go as planned, but now that you kind of had the time at home, on home ice to find your footing, how are you going to approach this next string of road games that takes you pretty much until mid-January?
I could talk. I think obviously just come together as a team and have a nice little break here coming up, and then head to Edmonton for a hard game against Minnesota. But we're all sticking together and just trying to find a way to be better and come out on top of these games. So.
Any further questions?
Michela, as you said, and Sophie, if you want to answer this too, you're off to play the Frost in Edmonton. Do you feel like you kind of play at another level, kind of like Tereza said, when you play against your old team? Or is it just kind of like nice to see them and you just kind of focus on your own game?
Yeah, I think it'll be a little bit of both. It'll be nice to see everybody again and obviously play against them, but it brings back good memories, and there's nothing but good things to say about our time there, I'd say. And obviously we had a lot of fun and we're really successful. So it'll be fun just to get out there and play against all the girls. So.
Question for Michela. This is your first goal of the season with the Goldeneyes. How does it feel to score your first goal in at home in where everyone's cheering just for you?
Yeah, I think it feels really good. Been a little bit frustrated and just trying to figure out how to get pucks to the net and be more creative and kind of just finding my game. So it felt really good just to get one in there, and hopefully they just keep rolling. But yeah, it was fun, great crowd, and it was really loud and awesome. So.
Kaya Antic, the Hockey News. Just kind of across the board, obviously we talked about the Frost game as well, but you have another takeover tour coming up in mid-January against the Victoire in Quebec. What can you do to kind of, it's going to be a very Montreal heavy crowd. What do you think you're going to bring into that game after this game here?
Yeah, I think definitely we have a lot of other games before that, and I think we'll just clean up some of our details. I think that we had glimpses where we played great hockey tonight, and we know that we can play with the Montreal team. I think playing in Quebec City is definitely going to be a cool environment. I'm sure there won't be many fans cheering for us, but it's almost just as cool when you score a goal and the crowd is silent. So I think we'll still be able to use that energy to help us out in that game.
Any further questions? If not, then we'll wrap there. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Go back with head coach Brian shortly. Brian Idalski. Same as before. Raise your hand when you have a question. We'll start here in the front.
Michela and the Hockey News. Brian, even though today's game ended in a loss, there was still a lot of positive sequences and things to take from it. What are some of the things that maybe you've had the girls working on that you saw evident in tonight's game?
Well, I thought we had more O-zone time. Some of the patterns, some of the movement there was better for sure. Overall, some of our exits are starting to be more consistent with our reads and decision making and talking. I still feel like wall play needs to improve. Zone entry, we probably don't need to drop pass it 2 and 3 times. Like to see a little higher shot frequency out of us, and keep our feet moving and get to the dirty areas.
Kaya Antic, the Hockey News. Coach, earlier in the season, you struggled on the road against the established inaugural 6 teams, even though there wasn't much roster turnover for a lot of those teams as well. And then you ended up winning against Ottawa and New York at home. Do you think you hit the same experience roadblocks here against Montreal?
No. I thought some of the things that we gave up, that's clearly on us. You have to give Poulin, the face-off goal. That's just Poulin doing Poulin things. Not many people are beating a mash clean from that area. So, again, I think we're still finding ourselves a little bit with what we do, who we are, and just being consistent with some of our decision making. When we get loose and we're not exiting clearly at like the beginning of the second period, like we create a lot of problems for ourselves that really don't need to be. I think you saw Montreal play a very structured, simple game, getting pucks off the glass and out into the next level, and for whatever reason, that's something we've been struggling a little bit with.
Kevin Madison, Offside News. At the beginning of the season, Katie Chan wasn't getting as many minutes, but in the recent 2 games, she's been getting more than 12 minutes per game. What have you seen what improvements have you seen in her game, and how do you think she'll continue to grow throughout this season, her first season in the PWHL?
Yeah, love players like Katie. Katie came in hungry. Katie came in to earn a spot, and she did that, and she continues to be someone who's improving. And listen, coaches love knowing what you're going to get shift in, shift out, and that's what Katie does. Katie has a very good IQ, and she makes the right plays at the right time. I always know I'm going to get a consistent effort, whether that's on the forecheck, whether that's coming back and reading possession and getting into a good defensive position, whether that's winning a board battle to get a puck out of our zone. Katie makes a lot of solid plays all over the ice consistently, and I don't think anyone would not appreciate her game right now and what she's doing as a player.
Chelsea Nielsen, Girls of Games. I know it's still early in the season, but can you talk a little bit about how the team seems to be settling into the identity and the culture? I know you had talked when bringing a lot of these girls onto the team that you would looking at that months in advance, so just how's that going so far?
It's a work in progress. I think that's, you see some of our skill in wanting to play a skill game and a little bit of a possession game, but where we get bogged down is there is a time to just make a simple play to the next level, or to just put a puck behind their D and go to work. So it's towing that line of playing smart and playing skilled, and that's something we're still working on as a group.
Maya Smith from the Ice Garden. Michela Cava got her first goal of the season today. What have you seen from her over the start of the season, and how have you felt about her play?
Well, I have some history with her and coaching her overseas, so I'm a fan of her game. I think her IQ is super good. But it's been a bit of an adjustment here, I think, for her and a lot of players as fit with other people's and lines and getting herself going. She's been defending a fair amount, some of her shift frequency. Well, that's not where she's her best. So being able to kind of get her in a group where she's in the O-zone and she has puck and time and space, that's where she thrives, and that's where I think she's an unbelievable player. So unfortunately, it's been a lot on the opposite end in her defending and board battles, and that's not something that we want for her. We want her in open ice, and we want her with pucks on her stick.
For Victoire today, they were defending the center of the ice in their own zone very hard. Do you think some of those defensive tactics that they use be things that you take into your own game as you continue on through the season?
I don't know if I have a group where I want them playing passive and really packing it in front of that and blocking shots. I think I'd get a fair amount of eyebrows raised if that was the style we were trying to do. And you have to understand as a coach, I'm still like learning the personnel and what structure works best for them. So I've had some success figuring that out over the years and trying to best put something in place that accentuates their attributes as a club. So yeah, it'd be great if we blocked a bunch of shots and that that was a calling card. I just don't think personnel-wise that's who we are.
Any final questions? No? All right, that's it.
Happy holidays, Merry Christmas.